My wife kept praising our baby's curls, then one small detail made everything feel wrong. My wife, Rachel, won't stop talking about our newborn's hair. Mia is 3 weeks old, and her curls are tight. Rachel keeps kissing her head and saying, "She got your curls." She posts pictures with captions, and even bought matching headbands for our curly hair club. The problem is, my hair isn't naturally curly. It's pin straight, always has been. Back in college, I got turned down a lot, and more than one girl told me curly hair was their weakness. After the last awkward rejection, I walked into a little salon near campus and asked for a perm. It worked, so I kept doing it every 6 months. When I met Rachel 3 years ago, she ran her fingers through my curls on our first date and smiled like I'd done something right. Every 6 months, I drove to a salon and told Rachel I was visiting my college buddy Mike. I learned how to keep the curls looking fresh with the right cream and a careful routine. It felt easier than admitting the truth. I told myself it was harmless. Then Mia was born with curls even nicer than mine, and Rachel acted like it proved we were some perfect match. But Rachel's hair is straight too, and last week she started getting curious in a way that made my stomach drop. She went down a rabbit hole online about hair texture, recessive traits, and family history. She called her mom, then my mom, then both of them again with follow-up questions. After that, she started joking about a mystery curl ancestor blessing our daughter. I laughed along, but my smile felt stiff. Last weekend, we visited my parents. My mom pulled out old photo albums to show Mia off. Rachel flipped through them, then stopped on my high school graduation picture. My hair was slicked back with gel, and it was clearly straight. Rachel looked up and said, "Wait, what happened to your curls?" I panicked and blurted out that I used to straighten my hair as a teen because I was insecure. My mom blinked like she didn't know what I was talking about, then she changed the subject. Rachel didn't. She saved that photo on her phone and kept comparing it to my hair now. She zoomed in and frowned. At home, she started studying baby pictures of both of us like she was hunting for proof. She called her sister Amy, who's a pediatric nurse, and asked a bunch of detailed questions. After the call, Rachel told me Amy said 2 straight-haired parents can have a curly-haired kid, but it's uncommon unless there are hidden traits somewhere. I tried to stay calm, but my own hair was betraying me too. My last perm was months ago, and the grow-out was getting bad. My roots were coming in straight, and the curls were getting looser every day. Yesterday morning, Rachel stared at my head while I made a bottle, then pinched a strand between her fingers. "Why does it look different?" she asked. "Are you using new stuff?" I said it was stress and no sleep. She didn't argue, but her face stayed tight, like she was filing it away. That night, she brought up DNA kits. She tried to sound playful. "Just for fun," she said, "so we can see what surprises are in our background." My heart hammered. I mumbled that it was a waste of money. Rachel shrugged and said she already ordered one online. "It'll be here Thursday," she said, like it was nothing. On top of that, she said she wanted to come with me next week to finally meet Mike. She said it sweetly, but her eyes didn't look sweet. I made excuses about Mike being slammed at work and said we'd do it another time. Rachel nodded, but she started watching me like she was waiting for me to slip. This morning, while she was changing Mia's diaper, Rachel suddenly froze. She called my name, sharp and quiet, and I walked over. She pointed at Mia's shoulder. There was a tiny birthmark, a little crescent shape. Rachel hovered her finger over it and whispered, "That's weird. My ex Kevin had the exact same mark in the exact same spot." My whole body went cold. Rachel stared at the mark, then at Mia's curls, then back at the mark. "Coincidence, right?" she asked, but her voice sounded shaky. And then the dates hit me. Rachel and I started dating in March. She'd once mentioned a closure dinner with Kevin in February when he came back to town to pack up his place. I hadn't thought much of it then. Now I couldn't stop thinking about it. Rachel didn't accuse me of anything. She didn't even say Kevin's name again. But all day she held Mia closer than usual and stopped making jokes about genetics. When the DNA kit arrived, she didn't open it with excitement. She opened it like she was bracing for impact. A few days later, the results came in, and Rachel's hands were trembling as she turned her phone toward me. It said paternal match not detected. Rachel didn't scream or throw anything. She just looked at me, then pulled Mia into her chest and held on tight. I stood there, staring at my fading curls, and realized my next perm appointment didn't matter anymore. Now I'm getting blamed for hiding the salon trips. Was I wrong?